Hi there, and hopefully the sound is good in this. I hope that I don't have to refilm this. So it's a new year. Happy 2016, everyone. I've been meaning to do this for around a month or two. I wanted to review my year because I feel that I have done a lot and I have grown a lot, and I want to share this with future me and you guys if you want. Um, I will start. So this is for November 2014 till now, basically. I feel like I've done a lot of things and I want to remember because although I had a lot of bad periods during this past year, I achieved a lot, especially job-wise. So let's start. So first of all, in November 2014, I went to Ireland. I'm mentioning this because I felt that I was tied to the country, that I felt like I belonged, and at some point I want to move there, at least for a while. I also started to realize and appreciate my country more. I always liked the nature in Malta, but now I'm just the atmosphere, it's starting to feel right. We are progressing socially, but I'm very critical of things that are ongoing. However, I still like the atmosphere and culture, not all of it, but some of it. And this is something that has been only the past 2 years mostly happening in my head, where I'm like, okay, so I see myself actually staying here. In fact, I could apply for jobs abroad, but for now I'm choosing to stay here because I want to. And the Ireland thing, I want to hopefully do a year there, hopefully soon. I found a new job in November again, and I've been working there more than a year. I feel very proud of this. I didn't get the job that I applied for. I got another job where basically now I do everything. And it's in civil society, and it's a paid job, and it's in Malta. That's like plus plus plus. I do wish that it was better in terms of structure, but I do like it. And I do like our projects. I got to start working on international projects. And this leads me to the next point. I traveled a lot. I went abroad 8 times in less than 12 months. And I was very, very tired. Those 8 times were... Wait, were they... Okay, so in March 2015 I went to Brussels. February Brussels, March Berlin. Then there was Riga. I think it was Riga. No, it was Bonn. And then it was Riga, and then it was Brussels again. So that's 5 times for my job, but I also went to a queer summer camp in August where I took 4 youths with me, and I acted as a leader. I will tell you about all these trips. I also went to Turin twice. That makes 7. Okay, so first trip was basically a partners meeting of a project that I only worked a little bit on ethical banking, and actually I learned quite a lot on ethical banking, so I'm quite proud of that. Let's see. Sorry guys. So yeah, and then it was Berlin. It was a kickoff meeting Oh, I got to see my friend in Brussels, and Brussels is quite nice, but it's the place where everyone goes to work, and we never see so much. But I did walk a lot, and I also visited Antwerp. And then this was like 3 days. Then it was like Berlin, where I stayed 1 day extra, which was needed because Berlin is quite nice. And it was a kick-off meeting for a project on tropical fruit and fair trade, which is the project that I'm working the most on. It was nice meeting all the partners there, and then we're meeting them 2 times after that. Not all of them together, but mostly, yes. And then it was Bonn, where I took around 20 people with me to a summit on ethical consumption, an area which really interests me and I try to live and work on. And I had the responsibility of both logistics, and these people were there. So huge responsibility, but also I was glad that I was getting this experience. And then in, let's say, actually, the Queer Summer Camp, I took 4 youths with me who were there for more than a week. I had to come up with workshops and deliver them to the summer campers. It was France, Iceland, Germany and Malta. And I highly enjoyed it, and we're hoping to go this year as well. Then it was Riga. It was a roundtable discussion and also policy training on fair trade tropical fruit, and I learned a lot from there. Riga is also a small town that is a gem, I think. There's a lot, there's a lot of history, and you can walk it in a day, so that's great. I have the feeling that this year I will get to go again, because almost no one signed up for that meeting, and it's for places that we have meet trainings there, and one of them is Riga. Yeah, after that it was Turin. Yeah, wait. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I went to Turin twice. One of them was for a preliminary meeting on an exchange that we were doing. Italy, Malta, Tunisia, Egypt, which couldn't attend the meeting because of visas, Albania and Serbia. And it was on storytelling and gender. Gender is something that really, really, really interests me. And this was a preliminary meeting because it was a hot topic. So we felt that we needed the meeting. And Turin was really nice. I got used to how the city is built. It's like squares. And I didn't get lost so much. So then when I went again, with 4 youths again, I could find my way, and also I delivered some sessions there and helped overall. So again, I get a lot of experience as a youth leader, which is what I want to do, I think, in the future, at least partially, and I'm already doing it now, basically. And then the last one was Brussels. It was a conference, a meeting for fair trade banana advocates, which was really cool. And then we also had our 1-year partner meeting. Although it hasn't been a year since March, we still did it because we met there, and you don't use so much funds. You just go there once and you have a bunch of meetings all together. It's very draining, and I didn't get to see a lot. I did get to walk in Brussels, and walking in Brussels is nice. I went to a queer film fest with a friend of mine, and I also revisited Antwerp. So there's that. Yeah. So for work, I also took care of 2 Christmas markets this year and last year. There's a lot of involvement in there. I also did World Fest, which is like a full day fest of celebrating fair trade And last year it was food, and that was a lot of work and really tiring, but also I was on a high after that because I did it, I managed to do it, because this is where my activism started when I was 16 through this fest, and I'm like, I managed to organize it a couple of years later, so yes. I also got experience managing volunteers, mostly international volunteers. I still have to do better in this. I have to delegate better, and I'm not really that good. In fact, I think another volunteer is going to be the head volunteer for all the others. But I did get some experience in this, especially towards the beginning of my work. I attended two trainings in Malta, well, more than two actually, but one of them was for CHOGM, the Commonwealth Head of State meeting. Basically, it was Commonwealth Youths on Gender, and we did a policy recommendations for all the Commonwealth, and I met especially queer youth from the Commonwealth, and that was really inspiring. And then I also attended a human rights education training, and also I did a couple of weeks course on development education and methods. So yeah, I'm always trying to do this. I also finished an online course a couple of years after the first one. First one was Greek and Roman mythology. Now I did Egypt's history in 6 objects, which is really, really interesting. It kept me wanting to know more. I also did a national seminar in May on ethical consumption. I helped develop it, and last month I also did a workshop in the style of a future workshop. Look it up. It's highly interesting, and I did it in Gozo, and I had to prepare from way before, and I was really tired, but I managed, and I'm quite proud of that. Basically, sometimes I feel like I have to come up with a lot of initiatives which we have to do for projects, but I feel like, even though it's not true, like I'm pushing it on my own, it's not true, but I feel like that. And whenever I feel like I actually managed, I'm proud of myself and all the people that actually did help. I also managed to read I managed to read 6 books in July, and it was like my high. And then I didn't read for many months because of the after-mentioned travels. So, but I still did manage to review a couple of books on the Raspberry. I missed a couple of months, and I will try not to. But if I'm traveling and I'm not reading anything and I'm trying to rush a book and it doesn't happen, I cannot really do that. I also translated the whole website into Maltese, and I've been trying to use Maltese more. I also just finished recently, yesterday, a book in Maltese, and I'm quite proud of that because I feel like I learned more by reading more. And I also got a new cat, so I have 3 cats. I'm pretty sure I did more than that in a year, but this is my main highlight. And although they may not seem a lot, at the time they seem really a lot. And sorry if I'm in the dark, I really cannot. Maybe like this. Yeah, anyway, I'm going to end this video. Thank you guys for watching, and future me, you did well. Now continue doing better. Bye!